Welcome to the Lead Her Radio Show, where up is in and women are on the rise. Featuring your host, Kim Boudreaux-Smith, business consultant and strategist, speaker, and international best-selling author. Kim supports women entrepreneurs in becoming top producers in their business. Kim's guests will be sharing business strategies and how to overcome obstacles and achieve true success. And now, here's your host, Kim Boudreaux-Smith.
It's Biz Tips Thursdays with Aerosmith in the introduction. Okay, everyone knows me by now. I love Aerosmith. Okay, that song just really gets me ramped up. Hey, everybody, it's Kim Boudreaux-Smith. Welcome. We are broadcasting live from Bold Radio Station. I have a very special person waiting in my beautiful green room. She's my friend, colleague, business partner. I'm going to give her tons of titles today because I know I can. Kate Gardner, but sit tight, Miss Kate Gardner. Enjoy yourself in that green room. We are, again, like I was saying, we are broadcasting live from the Bold Radio Station, which is a 5-star turnkey radio station for women to come and voice their voices through a radio show. So if you're interested, go ahead and just go out right on over to the website and go to the contact page and shoot me an email, and I will get back to you within about 48 hours. Give me some time to get back to you. And that's, again, if you've ever dreamed of having a radio show and the worries and the stress and the technology and everything just starts overwhelming you, because, again, I know that we are very productive. I know Kate can hear me in the green room, so take note, Kate. I didn't say busy. I said productive entrepreneurs, productive business owners, to add one more thing that we should be doing for a marketing tool or radio show. I know that can be very inundative and overwhelming feeling. So let me and my team do the worrying, the technology, and all that other great groovy stuff. Let me see. As you all know, December 20th, we launched Bold is Beautiful. And in fact, Kate, my guest, was one of the co-authors in the book as well. That became a #1 international bestseller. I'm in the midst of doing another book, Bold is Beautiful, the bare truth about owning a business. And if you are interested in becoming a co-author, get in touch with me at smith.com and just go to the contact page and just put in their book project, and I'll get back in touch with you as well. Or you can always track me down on Facebook. Love that Facebook. All right, enough. Because I know this hour is going to go by fast because Kate and I just jibber-jabber, and we have a lot to say and a lot to share. So I'm going to wrap it up right here and now, and I want to bring Kate on. So Kate Gardner is a #1 international best-selling author, speaker, empowerment leader, coach, and international businesswoman. Kate provides small and new business owners the tools and advice they need in their business and lives to move them forward to success. Kate is also the founder of the Freedom and Empowerment Campaign, a global domestic violence campaign known in 44 countries across the globe. Pretty powerful. So without further ado, Miss Kate Gardner, if you could just come right on out of that green room and join me here in my studio.
Hi, Kim. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, anytime. Of course, you know I'm a fan of yours. But welcome. Thanks for being on today. I know you're. It's 1 o'clock here Eastern Standard Time. I know it's dinner time where you're at. Everybody, Kate is over in England, and she's 5 hours ahead of us. So she's going to, when the show's over with, she's going to have a nice, relaxing dinner, aren't you?
I sure am. It's 6 p.m. here right now.
Yes. Yes, you're 5 hours ahead of us. So let's just jump right on in, Kate. So tell me, what is it that you provide small and new business owners and new business owners? What's that tool, and what is the advice that you provide them?
The tools that my company offer are professional WordPress websites. We actually build them from scratch to enable the business owner to look more professional and to obviously gain more business, because having a professional looking website is the must. Nowadays it is the must, because you have to impress a visitor that visits your website in 3 to 7 seconds, and that is not much. That is not much time at all. So your website has to be pretty outstanding to first engage that customer and then hook them, and of course to to actually engross them into your business and into your products. Your website has to be the master. And during my journey, on my self-discovery journey and my business journey of online business, I came across so many horror stories of people who had been ripped off from web designers. We're talking thousands and thousands of dollars that they had been ripped off. And I was frustrated myself at the time, because I was a new business owner. And I thought, I want a wonderful looking WordPress website, but I cannot afford it. So I put myself through website school. I learned WordPress websites, how to build them, how to maintain them, and then I started selling that as in my business. I started selling that as a service. But what I did was I reduced the price of what normal web designers were charging, and I made it accessible to new business owners and to small business owners. So it was a price that they could afford. So that is one of the tools that I offer. The second tool, of course, is the Missing Piece book series, which you know very much about, Kim, because you're involved with that as well.
Yep.
And this is anthology books that we take to the bestsellers list that give the client a huge international platform to start building their business from. And of course, the advice that I give them is all my mistakes, all my failures, all my success rolled into mastermind days that I actually travel the globe now to do. The last mastermind that I actually did, I just came back from Calgary in Canada, and I spent the day with these women. We mapped out all their businesses, and they left that room with a plan, with a solid plan of knowing exactly where they were going to go, how they're going to do it, and how they're going to implement it into their business. And all of this knowledge is really what I've learned from my own mistakes, what I've invested in myself to be with mentors. And I didn't want to keep it to myself. I thought, if I keep this to myself, it's going to be selfish. If I'd have had me now 2.5 years ago when I failed in business and was bankrupt, I would have loved to know me now. So I went back to all them people where I used to be, that were frustrated, that were new business owners, that wondered how the heck do I make my online business a success. And I go back to them people, and I go help them. I go take them by the hand, and not only give them the tools, but give them the advice and give them everything they need to know to move forward to get to where they want to be.
Yeah, and isn't it interesting? It's plain and simple as it is, because I didn't take myself into bankruptcy, but boy, was I making a lot of financial decisions that a few years ago when I was starting this second business. I don't have any regrets, but I made some financial investments and decisions that, I guess it helped me, Kate, personally inside personally to grow, and lessons to realize yay and nay and no and yes, what I want and don't want, but some costly lessons that I'm with you. If I would have known you or me a couple of years ago, first of all, number one, I would not have been ready for it. Number two, through my trials and tribulations, I find I like to speak in a three-legged stool, and I know you've heard me talk about this. If you look at it, just a regular stool, it has 3 legs, so that when you sit on it, it does not fall. Not 4, 3 legs, and the 3 legs are for a business owner, locked in concrete. I call them marketing tools. They're 3 marketing tools, and that's a website, and a darn good website, without having to spend thousands of dollars, which you and I are going to talk about that. Either and some form of an author title, international best-selling author, whether you got that in an anthology or whether you were able to do that on your own. And by the way, don't kid yourself, doing it on your own is very difficult. These anthologies, which Kate and I will also talk about here in a little bit, are way more powerful because it's the power of groups. It's the numbers of the bodies, the people that are involved. And number 3 is a radio show, because internet radio is the number 1 fastest growing marketing media in the world, period. So, and then of course we've got our complimentary free social media, and then whatever we offer as far as services, products, and things like that. You don't need to convolute anything else. So anyone listening to Kate and I today, if your head's going, yeah, these women are full of doo-doo or whatever you want to call it, BS, whatever, go ahead. Because I was saying that a couple years ago, and I was making financial decisions that were not going to hinder or grow my business. It's simple. It's clean and simple. So yeah. Let's come back around to the websites, because I've had multiple websites. And I know you have packages. I know you make it very doable for the business owner, especially the business owner that's just starting out.
Yeah, absolutely. We built a 5-page WordPress website with an attractive homepage so that we engross the client who was looking at your website, or the visitors that visit your website. Because if you have too much spewed all over your homepage, you have too much writing, you have too much information, you're going to scare your visitor away. Instantly, you're going to scare your visitor away, because we live in a lazy society. If you have plenty of video on your website and not much writing, a person will stay there longer because you're engaging them. You're giving them something to be engaged with. But if you've just got too much writing on your homepage, oh my gosh, people will look at it and it will scare them off because they feel intimidated that they've got to spend all that time reading it. I really do recommend to anybody, if you have a website, please have a video or a slider that is on the homepage, and that is it. Or a sign-up box with it, and that is it. Because it just really intimidates people when they're on your own page, because they don't want to spend all that time reading. They don't want to spend all that time having to sit there and troll through your pages to learn who you are. Video is the way forward, and it is such rich content on your website as well. So we give you 5 pages, and we build 5 pages for you, and it is professional. It is to how you want it. It is to your standard, your colour, your taste, and we only charge $500 for it.
And you even break it down in easy payments as well.
We do. For the brand new business owner whose budget is very tight, we will break it down to a 3-month payment for you. Mm-hmm.
That is so unbelievably doable. Now, talk about, because I know you have a couple other packages as well. So, I mean, that's a bare bone. Actually, this isn't even bare bone basic. I mean, that's a nice basic package where you get a lot of meat to it, if you will, with the 5 pages. And for people listening, when you're developing your website, you're just starting off. Budgets are tight. You're launching a business. And listen, you've got to have a website. We live in a society where you're out networking and people want to know your website. It's almost as common as sneezing is, do you have a website? I mean, and so we've got to show that we are serious. And we have a website, because a lot of times when you're out networking, people meet you. Sometimes they want to go back home. I know, being one, like to pull up websites and just check some things around, look around and things like that. Not a problem. So when you're thinking about purchasing a website, you always want a WordPress one, because you, as the owner, you can get into the back dashboard to do maybe a change of a word here or add of that without having to have a technical professional. And you also want a WordPress website, because those can grow with you, because as you grow, we change, and then the website grows with us.
Absolutely.
So what are your, I'm sorry, Kate, what are your other packages too as well?
We have 2 packages. We have we call it the newbie package, and we have the mid package, which is a middle package where we have all the graphics designed for the person, and we hire a copywriter as well to completely write out the website. So you do absolutely nothing. All you do is you pay for the fee, which is $1,900, $1,900, and we take it off your hands. You give us some inkling of what you want in your pages, what context you want in your pages, and then we take it off you, and then we give it all to my team and the copywriter, and we have the graphics designed for you, and then we come back with a website. It's that easy.
Mm-hmm. So you just have the 2 packages, correct?
Yes, we do for now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that'll be changing, I'm sure.
Oh gosh, yes, it will be, because I'm at the moment I'm actually a graphic design student. I'm actually learning graphic design. I'm loving it. It's amazing. So, when we get down that road, we will be changing it all.
Yep, absolutely. I think that's great. So 2 packages right now, everybody listening, and we'll give you Kate's contact information, but you can take a look at boldradiostation.com. Kate and her team built that website. I love that website. And then was it the same theme from BRS that we moved Kim B. Smith over? Because I love the theme.
Yes, it was the same theme that we used for both of your websites.
Yeah, the theme works. The theme does work for me, and it's great. But we're getting ready to put Kate and her team back to work for BRS, because BRS is growing leaps and bounds. So, and as it grows, so the website has to grow with it too. So, which I'm really excited about. I just love putting Kate and her team back to work.
We love it.
So let's talk about Canada. I know you just came back from Canada, Calgary, Canada.
I did. It was truly an amazing experience. I spent the day teaching women how to incorporate everything that I'd learned myself into their business so they could move their business forward fast. And every woman in that room left with a complete plan, broken down, the next step, complete business module for them all, how they could put that into their business the very next day, and it would move them forward and it becomes successful. The results in 2 weeks from these women is amazing. They're coming on leaps and bounds, and every day I get a message saying thank you, how grateful they are for what I've taught them. But in reality, it's not me that's changed their life, it's them that's changed their life. I was just paid to come into a room, give them the information they needed, and it was up to them to choose to incorporate into their life and their business to move forward. Sure. So, it's if you choose to incorporate what I'm teaching you into your life. And during the time that I was in Canada, we actually visited the mountains. We went to the mountains, and in Calgary, it's got loads of snow at the moment, not like the UK, because the UK has got absolutely none. But we went to Canada, and we went to visit the mountains with the same women that were in my mastermind group, and it was immense. It was a life-changing day, even for me, because I'd never seen the mountains before. I'd never visited Canada before, and when we took that mastermind and that bond into the mountains, it brought all those women closer together. It opened up a new friendship for us all. It's friendships for life. And also all these women, they learned so much, and the breakthroughs that they were having at that height of the mountains, having huge breakthroughs in their business and in their life. It was just truly amazing, and I get paid for that. I get paid for traveling the world and coming in and giving these women the information that they need. That is my job. I have got such an amazing job. And when I was stood there at the bottom of the mountains looking up at it, I was like, oh my God, this is now my work. My work never used to be this. This is amazing how life can actually be. And then while I was there with the women, they all demanded me to come back next year and do a retreat in the mountains in the summertime, but for 3 or 4 days this time. But I instantly knew that I could not do that alone. So that's when I contacted you, Kim, and I'm like, you're going to have to come and help me. I'm dragging you to the mountains with me, because you can teach you can teach what you know to these women, and I'll teach what I know to these women, and we'll cover the 3 or 4 days.
Yes, and we'll have lots of fun doing that as well. But yeah, we're going to take what you've already implemented, even though we'll have a bigger group and some newbies coming in, is going back and doing that strategic planning and then implementation. And and we'll talk about marketing and, talk about websites and things like that, that they can always goal setting, because and daily IMs, and we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff, and that'll be, Kate, that's a year from June, is it? No, a year from May, excuse me, the end of May 2015, and that's in, what's the name of that city? Starts with a B, that's all I know.
It's Banff, I think. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's something like, it's spelled BANFF.
Okay, I think it's Banff, Canada, which is an hour outside of Calgary. So yeah, we're going to be doing a huge mastermind retreat up there as well. I'm excited. I cannot wait. And we're going to help women specifically, how they want their business to look, taste, feel, and get them into that. Enough of spinning wheels here, everybody. Enough of wasting time and things like that. Let's get it out there. Let's work through those fears. Let's work through those self-doubts, because Kate and I have done that. We have oh gosh, we have done that.
We've been there, we've done that, we've made every mistake, we've made bad financial mistakes, we've done it all. To help these women and then let them move forward with clarity. You cannot put a price on that. That is priceless for someone to come in, give you everything you need, and then you just to move on with everything implemented. To change lives like that, it's the best job in the world. Yeah,
and I love sharing my trials and tribulations to say, look, okay, I've done this. Don't do this. Over here, this does not work. Do not do this. Let it go. It does not serve you to hang on to that. We tried it. It does not work. So, Kate and I both, I will speak on my behalf as well, too. We really walk our talks and talk our walks. We still continue to grow internally and professionally, and we just walk our talks and talks our walks. Talk our walks and walks our talks.
We do, and we continue to work on ourselves. We continue to get mentored ourselves. We continue to invest in ourselves. It's a never-ending job. If you make this commitment of becoming a teacher, you yourself always have to be a student. You always have to be ready and accepting to learn.
Yep, absolutely. You've got to be open. So that's the website part of Kate's business that you all are hearing about. You do not have to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for your first website. No, don't do it. We're not done with the show, but so Kate, since we're right here at this intersection, go ahead and give everybody how they can get in touch with you for those who are wanting to, they need to change up that website and they need a website.
Yep, sure. The main website building website is www.buildmeawordpresswebsite.com.
So everyone go there. If you're looking at your website and going, I need a new website or anything like that, just go on over there and go to Kate's website and fill out the contact form and get in touch with her. Absolutely. And there's other ways too that you'll be able to get in touch with Kate. So let's talk about these books. That's how you and I met, is in an anthology last year.
We did. We met in Hot Mama in High Heels, and we were both co-authors, and we had a chapter in a book, and then after we had been both in that book, we both wanted to play a bigger game. So we both went our separate ways, and you had a book project, which I was included in, and I had a book project that you was also included in. But unfortunately, my book project fell flat on its face. It failed. It was a disaster. And I had to completely go back to the drawing board, rechange it, rename it, redesign it, and give it a complete new concept. And then we've sent it out to the world. And the Missing Piece book was born. And it took the world on by storm. It went to #1 bestseller on Amazon. It helped hundreds and hundreds of people across the world, including the co-authors whose lives have completely transformed. There will be a second book in the series, which is released March the 17th, not very long from now. And that is called The Missing Piece in Business. And this includes 26 women, business owners across the world, who are coming together to give advice to all new business owners, because they're sharing their experiences, just like we do, Kim. Our experiences of what not to do in business and what to do in business to make it right. So that is the second book. Already, the third book, which is going to be released in November, the third Missing Piece book in the Missing Piece book series, is already half full.
Yes.
I only sent the link out yesterday to the Missing Piece co-authors from the previous 2 books, and they filled out the book in less than 8 hours.
Yeah, that's great.
So the link goes out to the public tomorrow, and this is a book that doesn't even get printed till November 2014. This is how massive the book series has become. My failure turned into my worldwide success. And of course, Bold is Beautiful, your book, Kim, it reached #1 as well, 2 weeks after The Missing Piece did.
Yeah, you warmed that place. You warmed that spot up for us. Thank you. That was a surprise for me, for The Bold is Beautiful. That was a really nice surprise. But, yeah, and I want to back up, because I got to be a part of the your first anthology, as you say, went bust flat, which I personally would not describe it that way, but that's me. But I get to be a part of the behind the scenes of you changing that up and working on changing that around and birthing The Missing Piece. And I want everyone to know that was not a several month process. That was a couple day process. You remember that, Kate? That did not take you long at all. And of course, you were working with Christine, who's the publisher of these anthologies, and you were private messaging me to get my feedback on things like that. And that only took a few days.
It did. The turnaround was unbelievable.
It's huge.
It's running them projects, and for me that was the biggest, hardest thing that I had to come to terms with, because my project was not working. So we had to go back and we had to change absolutely everything. I had one dream in my mind of what I wanted it to be. It didn't turn out like that. I had to put my hands up and say, right, it's not working. We have to change something. And we did change something. And instantly, as soon as we changed it, boom, it filled up. And then boom, it became a #1 bestseller. Mm-hmm. And then the success just went on and on and on and got huge and huge and huge. And, even to me now, I have to sit there and think, oh my God, I have created something way above my head that is helping hundreds and hundreds of people across the globe. I never expected it to be this big. I am so happy it is, but I did have to endure a lot of stress to work on the first project, a lot of failure, a lot of personal issues, because one of my closest friends died at the age of 30. She died of cancer while I was actually running the project. So it really, I was at the end of my tether. You know yourself, the tears, the tantrums, the oh my God, I failed, the everything, but I kept going. Something inside told me, keep going, you've got to keep going, you've got to keep going. And I kept going, and within 48 hours, boom,
yep,
it took off.
That's the storm before the calm, or the tsunami. I always want to say tsunami because there's, how it's spelled. The tsunami, and then, coming out on the other side where, I have such a visualization of when you go through the tsunami and you come over on the other side, the dust has settled, the wind has stopped, the sun is out, and that's what you were majorly going through. So listen, so all the people listening, us talking, is you can high leverage your businesses to get to a point of your own personal success. And I say that because everybody has their own definition of success. I mean, it could be a woman out there running a business because she wants to create revenue to put towards her 3 children's college educations and contribute to a family like that. Whatever your success is, and it doesn't take years and years and years to do it. It's the same thing with what Kate went through with her first book. And that's part of peeling back. That's part of shedding layers, like a snake sheds a layer of... I cannot speak this afternoon. Like it's like a snake. It's like a snake shedding their skin, or it's like as the other analogy that people use is like peeling back the layers of the onion and getting deeper to that core. That's what Kate went through, but she did it quickly, and anybody can do it quickly. But when you've got the BS going on in your head, going, I'm a slow learner, or I'm a that, you know what? Those. That's what you are then. If you're saying I'm a slow learner or I can't do this, I've never been able to do this fast, you give those words to the universe is going to deliver that to you. So it was something where Kate just simply said, this book is not going to flop. It is not going to flop. She's got too many, I think of that boulder that you're standing way up over that huge, vast sea of life, and you got that big, huge boulder, and you're going to drop it into the water, and you got those rippling effects. She had too many rippling effects of people she wanted to touch. And these people that we do touch in these books, there's so many people out there we touch with our words we'll never even know in this lifetime. So, yeah, that's why you didn't quit. And plus, you're not a quitter. I mean, you might... like me behind closed doors, stomp your feet and throw a little hissy fit. But we pull ourselves up and move on.
I think I lost count of how many times I screamed at my partner, I'm going to get a proper job, I've had enough of this, I'm not doing this anymore. Do you know how many times I said that?
Yeah.
And how many times he shouted back at me going, no, I'm not going to let you give up because you've come this far, it would be for nothing. And there was times I teared my hair out because I didn't know how to do things, I was so frustrated, and I thought, all this is for nothing, absolutely nothing, especially coming from an offline business where I was earning a lot of money, to say I was a single parent as well with 2 children, and I'd run this business for 8 years, and I was doing really well. It had done really well for 8 years, and then suddenly going on to the online world, completely different domain, how things are run, and just failing. I failed. I failed so many times at so many hurdles. It was unbelievable. I fell on my face so many times. And then eventually when I did get success, I went back and realised where I did fail and then placed a service there. And then built my businesses on that. So all of my business and all of my success is built on failure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And they're not failures. They're lessons, and they are successes. Because Henry Ford he didn't build cars, but he built the line for the cars to be produced, and he made a ton of mistakes, and they were all lessons. He looked at them as those were lessons. Let's go back. It's another opportunity for me to do it better, and that's the same thing. There's always we always have those tsunamis in our lives, and we can either run the other direction so it doesn't catch up with us and ignore it and sweep it underneath the carpet. That's a pretty big, huge sweep to put underneath the carpet. Or we can face it and come through on the other side and know that we're going to, first of all, number one, be safe, be alive, be well, and be more stronger and empowered within ourselves.
Definitely. Or if you're like us two now, we love them when they come. They drive us insane, but when they do come, we're like, yes, I know this is for a good reason. I know the other side of this is victory, so this is why I'm being sent it.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I get really verschimmeled when I'm in the midst of one of my tsunamis, but I love what the outcome is. I love how I feel. I'm stronger on the other side. I'm more confident. And by the way, we're never at the top of our confident level. Confidence is a muscle. You have to work it every day. You have to strengthen it and continue to strengthen it and strengthen it and strengthen that. Yeah. So how can they get in touch, our listeners get in touch with you for your book project number 3? I almost said number 2, and I'm like, wait a minute, we're going to launch here in a couple of weeks. No, it's done. Let's go to number 3.
Well, the link for the book number 3 is actually getting released to the public tomorrow, and that is going through Facebook. So if you want to get in touch with me through Facebook, you can go to www.facebook.com/kit, that is KIT 1979, and that will take you straight to my profile where you can request my friend request, and you can follow me, and you will instantly be notified about the project tomorrow. Or if you want to contact me through my website, you can go to www.the-missing-piece.net, and the page is actually up there, and it is called Book Project, where you can cement your place.
I think I need to cement my place.
Well, with this project, it's bigger and better because it's not just a chapter in a book anymore. You know, I actually sit there and out of the box, I work with other mentors and I bring them in so that each co-author is now mentored and becomes an international published author with every intention of going to the bestsellers list. So this time I have roped one of my own mentors in, which is Lisa Latta, who forwarded The Missing Piece in Business. But for the third project, I am bringing her in, and she is going to be mentoring all the co-authors for 10 weeks on a pilot project. I was on that pilot project myself last year, and it skyrocketed my business. So this is what I want to do. I want to pay it forward. So these people will now have a mentor who runs a $1 million a year business, and she built it up from nothing. And she's going to teach all the co-authors exactly what she taught me in the pilot project that I was on.
Yeah, awesome. That'll be great. I had an opportunity to meet Lisa in passing really quick this past August, but yeah, she's very, very savvy with the social media marketing.
Definitely, and this is where the women really need to step it up in their business. You need to know how to make Facebook or Twitter or YouTube a massive influence in your business. So it's huge because the outreach is huge.
Yes.
Over 800 million people a day are using Facebook. It is something that you cannot miss out on.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's free, everybody. Woohoo!
It's free.
It is. It's free. So let's talk a little bit about, all right, so we have the websites, we have the book. What else does Kate Gardner do, and what else is Kate Gardner up to?
Well, I do. I've opened up masterminds now on Skype. So somebody could spend a whole 6 hours with me during the day, and I will teach them what I teach when I travel the world in the classroom. Well, in the mastermind classroom, I will teach them that. So I don't have to get on a plane to go see them. They can just do this. We'll do this through Skype. So you get to spend 6 hours with me, and we get to map out everything like we do in the mastermind, and you'll have a complete new plan to move forward with and to implement in your business. So I am actually opening myself up now to VIP days on Skype.
Awesome. Yeah, I love Skype because you can do that face to face. You know, it's the next best thing than being in person.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't have to travel anywhere, and they don't have to travel anywhere. They can just sit at their desk. We can plan everything out. We can map everything out, and we can go through it that way. But I do love traveling, and I do love teaching women, having that one-to-one on connection. And I think it's amazing because I am not just the teacher in that room when I am stood in front of these women, because I get all the other women to join in as well. And when you're in a mastermind of, say, like anything from 10 to 12 women, that's 10 to 12 different perceptions, 10 to 12 different ideas that you're getting thrown at you. That is amazing that you can implement into your business, because I couldn't think of all that, not in one go.
Yeah, that's I'm the big believer of more minds the better. You know, those sounding boards and that support. You know, that village, the collaboration, coming together in the circle. It's like, I don't know if you ever read this book, Anita Shreve, The Red Tent. Oh my God, what a beautiful book! I read that years ago. It's a pretty thick book too, but it's just that collaboration, that village, that circle of women coming together. And even if it doesn't even have to be just women. I mean, it can be a mixed company, but there's nothing like multiple minds and soundboarding, and which is a lot of the stuff that we're going to be doing a year from June in our retreat, our 2015 retreat. That's going to be here before you know it.
I know, because time goes so fast, and then it'll be here, and then before you know it, we'll be going. And we'll be having all that energy in that room as well, because when the energy comes off all these women, when they're implementing and, thinking of new ideas, and it bounces off the walls, and it's immense. It's awesome.
So, we work out of our homes. We have online businesses. We're entrepreneurs, business owners, whatever you'd like to call us. So I hear one of your assistants in the background.
Oh, he's growling because he can hear somebody outside. Whenever he hears anybody, he growls.
He's a good protective assistant.
I know, very protective assistant that lives around all day, sleeping, wanting walkies and wanting strokes.
I know, I don't understand. I have 2 female assistants, and every time I turn around, they're sleeping. It's like, ladies, you guys are sleeping on the job. Now, wake up.
I know. He's with me now. He's wanting strokes and cuddles. He's wanting attention.
Oh, that's so sweet. So what else, Kate, are you doing? You've got this Freedom and Empowerment campaign that you launched that. How long ago did you launch that?
We launched that back in 2012. I founded the campaign, and I managed to reach over 44 countries. It's an online system that supports over 5,000 survivors of abuse, and there is also a private group on Facebook that I think holds over 150 members, and they're a close-knit group that support each other. And I founded that in 2012, and only 2 months ago I actually had to find a manager to take over, and she now runs that, and she is now taking it forward. So I created something, I grew it, and then I passed it to somebody else to take further on. And it has an all team, a team of 21 staff. Most of them are ambassadors for every country. We have ambassadors for Australia, Uganda, America, the UK, many, and they're all amazing women, because they're all #1 best-selling authors and speakers, and it just amazingly grew, and it's there today now, and it's supporting nearly 5,000 survivors of abuse.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's amazing how all that evolves, isn't it?
It is. It's absolutely amazing. And if I had not experienced domestic violence myself, and if my daughter had not experienced teenage dating violence, then it wouldn't have begun. And I built all that off my own experiences. Again, it's how I build stuff, is off of my own experiences, and it's how I can connect with everybody I work with, because I've experienced it.
Yeah, I call that, there's credentials and there's credentials. The credentials are like our college degrees. The credentials are our life experiences that no degree can give us, that no university, nothing, no continuing education type thing can give us. Those are our own personal journeys that we heal and grow from, to in turn share with the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can connect so much better with a person when you've experienced it yourself, because you know yourself when you're trying to talk to somebody who's never experienced what you have. Mm-hmm. There's a missing link between you and that person. The energy is just not the same. But as soon as you talk to somebody who you have experienced the same thing, boom, there's a connection. There's a connection between each soul, and you feel it, and it pulls you towards each other, and then amazing things can be created from that. I know myself that all the women I work with, like yourself, like Christine, our publisher, we have a bond because we've all been there, we've all done that, we've all struggled, we've all come through it. We were all willing to accept, willing to listen, willing to, all of it. We're so grateful for everything that's happened to us or is happening to us, and we're on a journey all together.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we have been through in the past, all of us individually, our own walk, our own path, is you never know from what we've been through when we share that who it could touch and possibly change a life of somebody. Another person maybe losing hope and feeling hopeless, and hearing these stories, that it could change them, help them, make them become stronger and reach out.
Absolutely. There is a story in The Missing Piece which is written by Laurie Crockell, and she experienced her ex-husband went through a car crash and he had brain damage, and she had never ever connected with anybody who had gone through the same experience, so she went through it all alone. And she came out the other side, and then she became a published author in the book. When the book went on sale, it actually reached a reader halfway across the world who sat down and read the story, and it was a male, and he cried because he had just found somebody who had gone through exactly the same thing that he had.
Oh, I didn't know. That's the first time I've heard that. I did not know that happened. So it was a man that read her chapter, bought the book, read her chapter, and then had experienced that with his wife, it sounds like.
Yeah, with his partner or something like that. He had experienced exactly the same thing. Yeah. And if we hadn't have done that book, it wouldn't have touched him, and he would have carried on thinking that he was on his own as well.
Yeah, I did not know that. That's really interesting. Hi, Ben. Ben wants to take notes for you. That's really interesting. That's awesome. That's the power of these books. That's the power of our words. That we reach out to people, and how it can help people not feel alone. Someone said the other day, I was talking to them, we as human beings are not meant to be an island out there by ourselves. We're meant to be surrounded. We're not meant to be alone, independent. We're meant to be with a group. We're pack animals, excuse the expression. We're pack animals. We're not meant to be alone going through anything.
No, we're all connected. We are all connected. It's if we choose to not to be.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I don't think that's a healthy choice, but that's my opinion. I'm going to clear that one right now. I don't think that's a healthy choice. It's my opinion. So tell us again all your multiple ways of people that can get in touch with you.
They can visit the official Missing Piece website at www.the-missing-piece.net, or they can check out the brand new book website, which is up right now, and that is at the www.themissingpieceinbusiness.com, all one word. Or they can check out my building website where we build WordPress websites at www.buildmeawordpresswebsite.com.
Mm-hmm. And you can also find Kate on Facebook.
Yes, you can at www.facebook.com/Kit, that's KIT 1979.
It's interesting that it's KIT 1979.
It's a name that came from my childhood because my family used to call me Kit.
Oh, okay.
So that is my nickname that goes back through when I was a kid, and my sisters used to call me Kitten, and then it got short to Kit, and it was a nickname through my entire life.
Okay, I'm going to start calling you that now. So, anyway, amongst all the cute little nicknames I have for you, one of my favorite one being is you are a crazy Brit. Okay, any parting words here that you can offer to and it doesn't have to be a brand new business owner. It could be a business owner, 2 years in business is brand new. It could be someone that's been in business for 10 years, 20 years. Any parting words for these business owners?
That don't do it alone. Don't think you are on your own, because you are not. You could easily reach out to myself, to you, Kim, to anyone within our circle, because we are here to help. We are here to provide that platform, provide them tools, provide them marketing tools so that you look better and you can move forward and you can earn money in your business. We are here to help. Don't ever feel like you're alone. I've been there, I've done that. I've sat at my computer for hours ripping my hair out, feeling frustrated of not knowing. It's the not knowing that drives you insane. So, reach out. We're here.
Yeah, Kate, I agree with you. I remember just a year and a half ago, I was sitting here going, oh my God, my phone doesn't ring. Why won't people want to coach with me? And, oh my gosh, I want to be more visible online. It was interesting, the things I was saying to the universe. And I was trying to be one of the women in the Cinderella Village, cramming my foot in that glass slipper, and it didn't fit with the coaching. I don't care for the word coaching. I don't want to be a coach, but I was trying to force that. And it was interesting how very little came, because I was misaligned. I was like that car going down the road that needs that front end alignment. It was, and oh my God, you can't steer it, and it's very difficult. So don't sit there and think that just because you've launched something, it is the right avenue, because there's multiple avenues. And don't think you're alone doing this, because we have all been there, and we still continue to walk a walk and evolve and grow. And every day is a new day. Every day is a new day for growth, and you have to do the work. Like Stephen Pressfield says, do the work.
You have to take massive action. You have to do that. Otherwise, nothing is going to happen and your business will not make any money. You have to put your energy into, instead of wishing the phone's going to ring, instead of wishing that you had clients, put that energy into something else. Sit down and think, right, what can I create?
Yeah.
What can I create to bring in the business? What can I do that's not offered anywhere else? How can I make no-brainer packages so that my clients go, yes, as soon as they see it?
And absolutely. And so here's the verbiage I hear people. I see everyone doing telesummits. I see everyone doing this, and I don't want to do that. Okay, well, I don't want to know what you don't want to do, because obviously you don't want to do it because you spoke it. What do you want to do? And don't sit there on social media and go, oh, I want to be like that person. Because Oscar Wilde says, be you. Be you. Because there is no one else. Be you. Everyone else is taken. Be you. Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. So create it. I mean, go out there and create it. I was just having this conversation with someone, Kate. I think it was just a little while ago. Someone that's coming up to be a guest here in the next couple of weeks on my show. And, she was dabbling in an arena where it was really shut down, negative, limited visibility. And I said, you're going to have to go out there and create another platform. You're going to have to go out and create another platform.
Yep, because you get so much attention from creating a platform that makes you visible. So like a radio show like this, or like an internet TV show like I've got. Because it only takes somebody to share it, and then another person to share it, and then another person to share it, or like it, or comment, or listen to it. And that is all it takes, the power of social media again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And don't hold back, and don't go through the stuff, oh my God, they're going to judge me. So what if people judge you? Get over it. Or they're going to think this about me. Get over that. Work through that. Let that go. Who cares? And that's one thing that that I've really stepped into the last couple of years is, I love when people say to me, are you crazy doing what you're doing? I'm like, yep, I'm on track.
I love it. 2.5 years ago, I had zero confidence. Absolutely no confidence whatsoever. I wouldn't be doing half the things I did today if I was worrying about what would people thought of me.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. And by the way, confidence is a muscle. You do have to strengthen it every single day. So before Kate leaves here, I want everyone to know about myself and Kate Gardner and Christine Marmoy are launching a radio show here on Bold Radio Station beginning next week. It'll be the second and fourth Tuesday of every month at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, and it's called The Three Women Talk. The Three Women Talk. It's the Three Women Talk show, and we're going to discuss the bare bone truths about lifestyle and businesses. Lifestyle and businesses. We're gonna let it loose.
Yeah, and we're going to talk how it is, honestly, really, raw and honest.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, any other last words? I told you this hour is going to go by fast.
I know, it always does. It's because we just get carried away in our own little worlds.
I love being carried away in our own little world.
So do I.
I know.
But anyway, the last piece of wisdom that I could offer to anybody right now is, take massive action. Your dreams will not come true without taking some action first.
Mm-hmm. Quit wishing.
Start doing.
Start doing. Absolutely. So, Kate, thanks so much for being on Lead Her Up as in Women on the Rise. Even though women have risen, they're not on the rise. They have risen, and this is the Bold Biz Tips Thursdays. I really appreciate you being on here. I know you've got a nice, warm, tasty dinner waiting for you.
My pleasure. It's been great to have me on here. You know I always enjoy it. It goes by so fast.
I know. We have a blast. So everybody, again, thank you for listening in. Oh, gosh, there is just so much going on at Bold Radio Station. We've got some new shows starting I keep saying next month. We're already into March. Starting this month, we've got a few coming on next month. We've already have some amazing hosts and shows going as we are talking. And there's just a lot going on, and that's all I'm going to say, because I am not going to get ahead of myself. There's a lot going on behind the scenes that we're going to be launching here by April 1st is the goal, and we will do that, because when I set a date, that happens. So join us. Join me Monday evening on the Bold Mindful Monday show at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and again next Thursday. And then, of course, the three of us on Tuesday. Oh, gosh, we got a lot going on here. Go to the Bold Radio Station website. Take a look at the calendar. You'll see the show schedules and things like that. So keep in touch with us. Reach out. Keep in touch. Let us know. Give us your juicy opinions on everything. We want to hear them at BRS. And again, Kate, thanks for coming. Everybody, if you are living in an environment where it's cold, stay warm. And go make it a great day and have a wonderful weekend. Take care, everybody.